Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Of course, here with Kurt. Kurt's joining us with the Q hat that of course Jace gave to a bunch of people, and I know you guys could get some other cool swag, but we're gonna hop into it. Today we're gonna cover Chingari and really kind of the success, at least from a viewership standpoint and audition standpoint, for what's been going on. Pretty incredible traction. But Kurt, first things first, how are you?
I'm good, except I'm a little bummed today because my boy Charlie Watts died and moved to the great beyond, and I shot a bunch of Stones videos with him, have some good Charlie Watts stories, and actually shot a video in Toronto with the Stones. So yeah, so I'm bummed Charlie is no longer with us, but other than that, I'm fine.
Okay, whoa, we're gonna unpack this because people are gonna ask. You got to give me 30 seconds on your little history with Charlie.
Well, I did all the videos and concert videos and all that off a Stones record called Steel Wheels. And Steel Wheels was, interestingly enough, the first sponsored concert that changed the whole scene of the concert industry, when a Toronto-based businessman who's very, very famous there, named Michael Cole, Cohl. Michael Cole is one of the most famous promoters in rock and roll history, and very tight with the Stones and U2 and a lot of others. He brought Molson beer in to guarantee the Stones a certain amount of money for that Steel Wheels tour, a huge amount. I don't remember anymore. It's like, $100 million or some crazy number. And so that changed the course of rock and roll history in terms of what happened, that Cole was part of that and the Stones. I did all the music videos and all the concerts that were shot off of that album. And so I got to hang out with the Stones, fly in the plane with them, inner sanctum. And so Charlie's a very, very unusual character, very dry sense of humor, very intellectual, usually wore a suit and tie, wasn't like a rock and roll guy, more of a jazz guy. And so anyway, I have a lot of funny stories about Charlie, but I'm not going to go into those now. And I also have funny stories about Mick and Keith and Ronnie Wood and the rest of them, but not for now. Not for now.
We'll leave that for another fireside chat with.
Exactly. That'll take an hour.
No, awesome. Well, hey, crazy that you had those experiences. But here, let's dive into it. I mean, highlight, I know for a lot of people, over 47,000. I was going to say over 40,000, over 47,000 applicants. Let's introduce that a little bit. And also over 1 billion unique, impressions for these applications. Do you want to kind of explain what you guys were doing a little bit? I know a lot of people are like,
yeah,
what is this?
Yeah. I mean, look, the Chingari, which is a company that we've had a relationship with for a while, they became one of the companies that was already trying to get into the TikTok style app space when TikTok was first, just skyrocketing in India. I think it was June of last year, the Indian government thought, okay, that's a spying software, and they chopped off like 30 Chinese apps from being available in India, one of which was TikTok. When that happened, the guys who were trying to wedge their way in, including Chingari, into that space went like this and skyrocketed, and we had a relationship from past business and knew the Chingari guys and really liked what they were doing with their platform. So that was already kind of in place. The other thing is that, you'll be seeing us move increasingly and more aggressively into what I would call more gamified and interactive relationships with our content and our viewers. I mean, we're as I've said over and over, we're all about social video. What's social video? Social video means video that you interact with and you socialize with and you pass on and you comment on and have a relationship with, more than just watching something and sitting in the chair. And so we're all about that. Now, in a television environment, it's a little bit trickier to do that, et cetera. So one of the things that we're about as well is discovering new talent and these new creators and young people that haven't been recognized yet, or old people or whatever, people of any age that haven't, seen their talents recognized. That's kind of part of what social video is all about. And so we got together with Chingari, and we have this new crime show that we're launching. And we said, hey, what we should do is do a contest on Chingari for your people to cast 4 people from the Chingari platform who will be featured in our new crime series. And so we launched that campaign, and we promoted it on the channel, and we promoted it on Chingari. Now, keep in mind, our channel now is seen by almost 100 million people every week. Okay, it's not a small number. So the TV promotions going out there, the Chingari, they have like 60 to 100 million 100 million app downloads, 60 million people using it on a regular basis. So I mean, you're talking about an audience, you know, of 160 million people a week. They're getting exposed to this thing. Well, with that said, we had no expectations. We thought, okay, we'll get, you know, we should probably get at least a few thousand people that send us a audition tape. It turned out, I forget the exact numbers, like 47,396 auditions that were submitted on Chingari. Well, when they get submitted on the app, they get watched by all these people. Some of these auditions have millions of views. Literally millions of views of some of them. Usually it's a very pretty Indian girl, surprisingly enough. And sometimes it's just some funny goofball or whatever. In the aggregate, there was over 1 billion impressions, 1 billion views of all this content that were people trying out to get a role. And we had the 4 winners, we cast them, and they'll be in the show, which launches, the first episode launches next month in September.
I have to ask, and I'm stealing this question. Thank you to who asked it in the Telegram group. You know, someone asked, like, how familiar is this, or like how similar of an audition is this to like getting casted on an MTV show, or, you know, getting cast on Survivor or The Amazing Race or whatever. And they asked, like, what were you making them do, or what were they supposed to do in their videos? And can you share, you know, one or some of the funnier ones you saw?
Well, I mean, they were asked to do, to show their skill as a dramatic actor, you know, show their skill in some way to show their personality and drama they could do and make it 1 minute or less. And literally, I mean, to me, some of the funniest actually are some of the older people. I mean, we have people who are in their, you know, 50s, 60s, 70s, which I shouldn't talk, but, you know, that are doing these auditions, because you kind of think it's going to be all kind of young kids, and there are a lot of those. But what I think actually was the most amazing thing was the depth and breadth of the ages. We literally, because part of what in the Hindi, it translates into age no bar. Age no bar meant any age is welcome. Okay, any age is welcome to do this. And literally, we had people from, I don't know exactly what the youngest age is, but I would guess from the age of 5 years old all the way up to somebody who was 80 years old. I mean, I hadn't seen every clip, obviously. There were 47,000 of them. So, you know, I've just gone through like everybody else and spot checked them. But if you, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It's in the press release that we put out this morning, the hashtag. But if you download the Chingari app, put in that hashtag and go and look, you'll see there's a page with all 47,000 audition videos on it. You can watch them.
You could help make the selection.
Exactly.
You know, obviously,
trust me, we had an army of kids who were watching and weeding out. It's like, if you get 15 seconds in and you're not really blown away, then that one's not going to be a winner. Next.
Hey, that's a lot of videos to go through. So, you know, good luck to you and the team, and, you know, what seems like some great exposure for the show and the Q. Do you want to talk on that very quickly?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've always talked about the fact that, you know, this isn't just about our ratings. This is building a brand, and that brand has got to be associated with cool stuff around this whole concept of interactive video, social networking, social media, social video, all of that stuff. And, you know, as that marketplace just continues to explode in India, I've said it many times before, I'll say it again, Facebook's #1 territory in terms of numbers. Instagram's second largest after the US and soon to be its largest. Was TikTok's fastest growing until they banned them. Now all these other apps like Chingari are the fastest growing apps there. It's a hotbed of social content creation and consumption. And our brand is all about being right in the middle of that and being sort of the gold standard of piece of content that's created in that world. So being on the queue, if you're a content creator and your content is on the queue, that by definition means that you're a great content creator. You're the gold standard. You're the best of the best. And so that's what we're trying to get behind as a brand. So then you think about that brand getting extended. Okay, well, if it's on the queue, it's the best of the best. It's the best social video stuff. It's the coolest stuff. It's the hippest. They discovered me. So, because there's a discover aspect to all of this. Everybody wants to be a star. I mean, it's what's driven American Idol and The Voice and America's Got Talent and all these shows for decades now. That whole concept of, anybody could be a star. And so that's what we're trying to latch on with a lot of what we're doing. And ultimately, it's about beginning that marketing process now and building a brand. Because we can do whatever we can do with the channel and add another channel and do this and do that. That's one thing. But when you have a brand that has a association with coolness and stuff behind it, then you've got, a modern day MTV. Then you have something that's worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, and something I think you're a little bit familiar with your
Oh yeah. My old hat had the MTV logo in it. Exactly.
No, awesome. Well, hey, I know there's some exciting stuff coming on that front. We talked last week about, brand capital and obviously the marketing programs you guys are putting together. So looking forward to seeing some of those in action. But again, good luck going through these applicants. I guess is half the battle. But again, congratulations on the success and really the engagement. Anything else you want to say before we wrap things up?
Yeah, no, we picked the 4 winners, so you can go on Chingari and check them out. The show premieres in September, and we think this is a great first push to get it out there. And that again, this is kind of, look, everything we're doing right now is we're turning it up, we're turning the volume up, we're taking everything up to the next notch. I think followers will see and be very pleased with a lot of the news that's going to be coming out over the next couple of months about why we've been so friggin' busy over the course of the summer. So lots of exciting stuff ahead.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing what's coming. The little teaser there you drop as always. But thanks so much for joining, Kurt. Look forward to chatting again soon.
Cool. Good to see you, Jason.